This tribe, whether you are brand new or you are just now getting plugged in, I wanted to kind of get you focused when it comes to the business side of things. You know, it can be overwhelming. Sometimes we don't know where to start, but this is where we start, right? Above, you'll see all kinds of things to kind of get you focused as you start to dig in, you know, but I kind of want to give you 10 tips so that you're not overwhelmed as you progress forward. And the first tip is that your journey comes first. You join this for your own physical and emotional transformation and so that you could be the best version of you. And we don't want to lose sight of that as you start to build your goals, your vision, your dreams, no matter what, how big or how small they are. I don't want you to lose focus of your personal journey, right? And when it comes to the business side, the physical and the emotional progression, that's kind of your business card anyway. So that has to remain our main focus when it comes to this journey. Your fitness journey, your emotional progress is what is going to, it is going to create belief in other people and also deliver a much more happier you that will shine everywhere you go. Okay, so number one, your main focus from here on out is always on your journey first. To this day, 7 years later, I'm still always a challenger. I'm always accountable with my food journal. I'm always sharing my ups and downs in the groups. I'm just being real and raw because my journey comes first. I cannot help anyone, and neither can you, if you don't put your oxygen mask on first. I have to take care of me, and you have to take care of you. 2, some people skip this part. And so some people are plugging in and they're like, oh crap, I gotta do this part. You have to set yourself up. You run a business. How cool is that? And everything that goes with it with tax benefits. How awesome, right? But you gotta set up your electronic draft through our online office, right? You have to take the time to memorize your coach ID, save it in your cell phone. It's going to come in handy. And you also need to download the Beachbody mobile app so that is your business, right? You can always look at it. You can check on orders, all those kind of things. It's going to make more sense as you grow, as you progress, but make sure you just take care of that right now. I'll never forget the first time, well, see, I ignored that piece when I first signed up. And the first time I got my check, I was excited, but it was $2 short because that's what they charge you. And you might be thinking $2 is not a big deal over time. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't take $2 and crumble it up and throw it in the trash every day or once a week. I just don't do it. So I wanted to bring that up. 3, control your calendar. You have got to, this business, your journey has got to make your priority if it's going to go anywhere. Your fitness, your nutrition, all that has to make your calendar. You have to allow yourself to become a priority, and this business has to become part of your calendar. The cool thing is you get to decide what makes your calendar. When I realized that 7 years ago, and I realized that, man, I was letting other people drive my energy bus. I was letting other people tell me what was supposed to be on my calendar. When I took ownership back over my calendar, and I realized that the successful coaches in this business, the Megan E. Walsons, the Janelle Summers, the Christine Dwyers, the Mindy Winders, all of these coaches, Julie Voris, Danielle Natoni, all of these coaches all had 24 hours in a day just like me. They were just doing something different with their 24 hours. And so I decided at that time to take control over my calendar. Now, Chad was deployed, right? We had a 10-month-old and a 4-year-old. We lived in a fixer-upper, and we just moved in the middle of nowhere, no help, nothing, no child, nothing. So I didn't have a lot of time, but that's the beauty of this business. It doesn't take a ton of time, but I'm going to teach you how to focus that time. But it does have to make your calendar. It has to become a priority. So each week, every single Sunday, I look at my calendar and I ask myself, when is this business? Is my journey going to make my calendar? And I look at all my different obligations. And for a season, some things did disappear. I did put American Idol on the back burner. I've never come back to it, but I watched American Idol, I watched Grey's Anatomy, I watched The Bachelor, and at that time, because what I wanted to create was worth fighting for. I took some things and put them on the back burner and made time for this. I got up 30 minutes earlier just to do a power pocket, a power half hour, be very focused. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. But I want you to know that we have to control our calendars, and because consistency is what's going to build this business. 4, I already said it. Locate those power pockets. Sometimes it's a power 20 minutes. Sometimes it's a power 30. Some can get in a power hour. You have to look at your schedule. I remember Carrie Legault used to work her business on her cell phone between her 2 little people at night. She would lay next to them and talk to them to sleep, and she just loved hearing them as they fell to sleep, and all she did was work and sew into other people and invite and listen to things she needed to listen to. She built her business while still being completely present as they fell asleep. I thought that was the coolest story. So this business can look any way you want it to. I know Scotty Hobbs built this business at his lunch hour. Instead of going out with his friends and having lunch, he made sure to step away, and he went to his car and he spent 30 minutes sewing into this business, the things that I'm going to teach you along the way. So we just have to locate those power pockets. For me, I put the kids down for a nap. I had 30 minutes, and then I had to do the cleaning, the laundry, all of the stuff that go with being a single mom. But I located those pockets and I protected them. I protected them like you would protect your day job, like you would protect a doctor's appointment or a birthday party, your mom's birthday party. I protected. Those were my time. That was my time that I had identified to work towards what was important to me, what was worth fighting for. So I want you to locate those times in your schedule. It doesn't have to be a lot. I'm going to teach you how to work these power pockets, how to work these power 20 minutes to your advantage to build something really, really cool. Okay, number 5, share your journey from day 1. I don't care where you're at in your journey. I don't care. The biggest mistake I hear people make is they're going to wait until they finish a program to dive in. Sad to me, because you have such an opportunity, no matter where you're at in your journey, to just share it. People want to connect with your heart. People want to connect with your journey. They locate themselves in your story, and they start to ask themselves, why not me? It is through your story, through your ups and downs, not through your perfection. It is not through your perfection that people say, why not me? It is through your ups and downs. It's through your perseverance. It's through your stories that people locate themselves and say, why not me? And they start to trust you, and they let you in to hold their hand the same way you let me in to hold your hand. It takes time, but it starts with you being willing to pay it forward the same way I have over the last 7 years, sharing my journey, the ups and downs in every area of my life, the being a mom, being busy, balancing, the tips. How did I start to, break free from, the scale and all that kind of stuff? It's your turn to pay it forward as you're moving through, and we're going to teach you that. It's coming, but from day 1, no matter where you're at, you have to learn to share your journey. There's only one you. There's only one you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made with the calling on your life. You are the only one that has lived your life. You're the only one that has the exact scars that you have, and they can be used for good. They can be used. I truly believe there are people that are directly connected to your mission, to your story, to your vision. How exciting is that? But you got to share your story. We're going to work on that, but I wanted to plant that seed. Number 6, I already said this, but consistency equals trust. It is consistency over a long period of time that people start to say, I can trust her or him. She or he loves me, and he or she can help me. Those are the 3 things people ask themselves when they're deciding whether to join you. And that all revolves around consistency. It all revolves around being a belief maker. And I'm going to teach you that, but you have to push the I believe button on that right now and understand that you showing up is key, which takes me right into another tip for you guys. Showing up is 90% of the success equation. Showing up, just deciding to show up, is 90% of the success equation. You probably thought it was having a six-pack. You probably thought it was having everything figured out. You thought it was being able to use those, 21-day fix containers like a champ. You thought it was being able to push play and have the willpower every single day, do everything you're supposed to, that was the key to success. The key to success is showing up. Being present, leaning in, being willing to trip and fall and stand back up in the name of what you're willing to fight for. Showing up is 90% of the success equation. If you show up with me and you really commit to that, I will show you a purpose-driven business. I'm not kidding. That is usually where we trip and fall, is when we don't show up anymore. And it usually gets in our head and holds us down, when all you have to do is stand back up and show up again. And this group right here, this team, this page right here is here for you. We love you unconditionally. Come as you are. Don't fake it till you make it. You be you. So all you got to do is show up. And this brings me to my next point. You just have to be coachable. You just have to want to learn. You have to want to be hungry for something different. You have to be willing to learn and to plug in. Right? That is the key. As long as you're hungry to learn, as long as you're leaning in with me, as long as you're meeting me halfway, man, we are going somewhere awesome. Being coachable is key, which is part of showing up. Another one, I want you to join me in the next challenge group. If you're brand new, I want you to join me in the next challenge group. Be my apprentice. Let me hold your hand. Let me show you how I share my why. Let me kind of take that off your shoulders, and you show up as you, working on you and leading by example and encouraging your challengers behind the scenes and in the group. And I'm telling you, we will succeed not only in your business, but in changing the lives of the people that are directly connected to your mission, your vision, and your story together. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. Stop thinking. See, 7 years ago when I realized that I didn't have to do it alone, that I didn't have to figure out my struggles with the scale by myself, when I realized that I was being stubborn, I was trying to do everything when it was so freeing, and I want to free you from the same bondage, thinking that you have to figure it out by yourself, that you don't have anybody around you. Because this is why this group is different. This is your tribe, your family, and you don't have to do it alone. So step into that next challenge group with me. Make it a goal to have 1 to 3 new people every single time. And I will lead you right through it, and I will guide you, I promise. And the last piece is stay surrounded. Stay surrounded by this team. You have to get surrounded on purpose, okay? We are the average of the 5 people we're around the most, and change is hard, right? Change is hard. And so when we're changing and trying to do stuff, it can be really hard for the people that we are around. They don't get it, and unintentionally sometimes they will try to pull us back. But if you stay surrounded here, you have that support. You can still love them where they're at. You can love them anyway, but still keep moving in a positive fashion in your journey. So I need you to plug into these trainings that we offer. I need you to plug into our team calls that we do twice a month. On every Thursday. I need you to find mastermind groups so that you can lean in and learn and you never feel alone. So you guys, those are my top tips when it comes to succeeding. When it comes to kicking this off. Listen, this business is really, really simple. And dare I say it's easy. It is easy to send out invites. It really is. When you start making your way through the invite training and the Build Your Tribe training and the 12-day new coach training, when you start, you're going to realize that the heart behind it is exciting. And it's easy to send them out. It's easy to send out, 5 invites in 15 minutes because those invites could impact someone's life the same way your life has been impacted and changed forever. But you know what? It's also easy to hit the snooze button. It's also easy not to carve out 30 minutes at night. It's easy to watch, I don't know what's on right now, The Voice. It's easy. You choose which direction you want to go. Every single decision you make every single day either moves you towards or away from your goals. That's a fact. Every decision. What you eat, whether or not you push play, where you spend your time, how we treat our spouses, every decision. We are never stagnant. Stagnant does not exist. It is a lie that we have been fed that ends up a slow fade away from our goals. It's how we become numb and neutralized. But the compound effect changed my life. And so if you don't have a personal development book, I suggest you start with that one, or you start with First Steps to Wealth by Danny Johnson, or the Energy Bus. Find something to start feeding your mind and your heart and your emotional progress. And I'm telling you, this journey is going to blow your mind. I'm excited to work with you. I'm very honored. I don't take that lightly that I get to walk next to you. I don't think anything happens by accident. I think that we have been teamed up for a very real, powerful reason. I just need you to meet me halfway. And I'm telling you, it is going to become a journey that you can't even put a price tag on. Thank you so much for trusting me. Here we go. It's time to build something awesome.